He was the guru of video.
It's the Pope of video.
In my eyes, he was from a different planet.
The Beatles had been given a video recorder, a camera, and a monitor in 1966 or something by Capitol Records. In the end, they dumped two of them on me, and that was Videohead's first recorder.
Jack was a genius. He had incredible abilities.
Jack was the one that made it all tie together.
He was a pioneer of new thought and new technology.
In really special places at different times which have been crucial to our cultural history.
He was one of the first that would have a portable video camera. So he was able to record groups like the Pink Floyd, The Who, you name it.
He was born in Oklahoma and went to the University of Oklahoma on an engineering scholarship.
He was a ballet dancer. You'd never have thought it, but he certainly wasn't the shape of a ballet dancer in his later years.
He jumped out of engineering and jumped into the theatre school.
And he left Oklahoma because it was the Bible Belt, and homosexuality was definitely not one of the things you could be there.
Later he went to New York, off-Broadway and Broadway and various things. I was producing a play that motivated him to come to Edinburgh. He became a fixture around the Traverse Theatre. And in the end, I resigned from Edinburgh and went to London, and we had many things happening. We started this newspaper called International Times.
Jack would be there, Miles would be there, Hoppy, and they were all interchanging their ideas.
The paper wouldn't just report the news, but would also make the news.
It was the place that the whole world was looking at culturally at that point.
It was a special creative time.
It became another London inside of London, which you could get to if you wanted to.
And that's why we started UFO.
UFO was one element in a big panorama of things that were happening.
Bands would come on, art acts would come on, a bit of theatre, a bit of poetry.
It was the first time I saw stroboscopic lights and people dancing, hippies, and there's amazing groups. I fell instantly in love with the Pink Floyd.
Parallel to UFO, we built a multimedia center called the Arts Lab.
We had a cinema which Jack designed.
It was the only 16mm cinema in London.
Everything happened at the Arts Lab. Art, theatre, music, sex, drugs. It was a potpourri of what was happening.
In '68, I did a big happening at the Albert Hall called the Alchemical Wedding.
It was instigated by John and Yoko.
It's a bit rough and ready, but it shows you how strange the times were.
Everybody who was anybody in media had to know what this psychedelic thing was.
John Lennon, Yoko Ono, in a bag.
It was just a wild, woolly evening. It was very wild.
Jack moved to Amsterdam and co-created a thing called Melkweg.
It was a club, discotheque, dance hall, huge place.
Through his connections and through talking to the right people, managed to keep the building and turn it into a multimedia place.
Somehow or another became friendly with the manager of the Sony showrooms on the Champs-Élysées. They were showing their new pieces of equipment coming out.
And there was this flashing thing in the window, huge, occupied the whole of the window. And I couldn't fathom out how it was being done and what this thing was.
And so people would come and see themselves 15 seconds later, 30 seconds later.
The secretary from Salvador Dali came and saw this brand new thing, and the phone call came from the consul.
He did a 3D thing with Dali, and that must years and years before video was done in 3D. Amsterdam had an attitude of freedom. There were all sorts of entertainment venues, like the DOK and other places, that were specifically for gay people.
I think the way that Jack did flout his sexuality at that point is something I don't know if I would do that.
He had pain for a while, and he went to a doctor to check it out, and they basically said, oh, you know, this is what it is, and you don't have much time.
And at the end of his life, when he was in the hospital, I thought I'd go see him, and it was too late, and it was gone. I went to his funeral in Père Lachaise, and there was practically no one there.
I saw him as a very creative, energetic ball of fire.
Very loving man who was very enthusiastic in whatever he did.
The cultural value of what is in this archive is really difficult to put down in words. It's unique.
It's like a miracle that his work has been appreciated, that this was a pioneer and a visionary.